Hello, I'm Dr. Olivia Thompson, and today I'm going to reveal something that can completely transform your memory after 60. You know that forgetfulness you think is normal? Forgetting where you left your keys, repeating the same story to the same person, not remembering the name of that neighbor you've known for years. Well, I have news for you. This is not natural aging. And there's a specific type of food that can reverse this process in a matter of weeks. I'm not talking about expensive supplements or experimental treatments. I'm talking about real food, affordable, delicious, and scientifically proven. During 25 years treating patients with memory complaints, I noticed a striking pattern. Those who included a specific type of marine food in their routine recovered mental clarity in a remarkable way. And today, I'm going to share with you exactly what this food is and how it can restore the lucidity you deserve to have. If you're over 60 and have been forgetting appointments, losing objects, or feeling confused in situations that used to be automatic, keep watching because what I'm about to reveal can change your life. What's really happening in your brain when memory starts to fail? You need to understand this before anything else. Our brain needs 3 fundamental elements to function perfectly: correct fats, adequate oxygen, and efficient communication between neurons. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But after 60, 3 silent problems begin to attack this delicate structure. First, we have chronic inflammation, which is mainly caused by a diet rich in sugar and bad fats. This inflammation destroys brain cells without you noticing, day after day. Second, there's a critical deficiency of DHA, which is a specific type of omega-3 that represents 40% of all the fat in your brain. Without sufficient DHA, neurons simply cannot regenerate. And third, we have a lack of B-complex vitamins and essential minerals like zinc, which are absolutely necessary for the production of neurotransmitters like acetylcholine, the main one responsible for your memory. Can you imagine what happens when these 3 problems come together at the same time? You have the perfect scenario for cognitive decline. But here's the good news that will change everything. There's a single food group that solves all 3 problems at once. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Let me tell you the story of Mr. William, a patient who changed the way I see medicine. William was 68 years old when he arrived at my office, accompanied by his daughter, visibly worried. What had happened? He had gotten lost coming back from the bakery, a route he had taken for 40 years every single day. His daughter was terrified, thinking it was Alzheimer's. We did all the necessary tests, and fortunately, there was no dementia. But you know what we discovered? His blood omega-3 levels were practically 0. When I looked at William's diet, I understood everything. White bread for breakfast, coffee with milk, pasta for lunch, red meat for dinner, and practically no seafood. Not a single fish, not a single shellfish, nothing. I proposed something extremely simple to him. Include just 3 weekly servings of fatty fish and 1 serving of seafood. That's it. I didn't take away anything he liked to eat, just added these foods. And you know what happened? In just 6 weeks, William's wife noticed that he stopped asking 3 times in a row what they were having for lunch. In 3 months, he went back to playing dominoes with his friends and, amazingly, started winning. Today, 2 years later, William drives normally, travels with his family, and takes care of his grandchildren by himself. The transformation was so profound that even his personality changed. He became happier, more present. Can you imagine the difference this made in his life and the entire family's? Now I'm going to reveal to you exactly what the 5 marine foods are that have the power to regenerate your brain. Pay close attention because each one has specific and scientifically proven properties. The first is salmon, but not just any salmon. Prefer wild-caught or high-quality salmon. It's rich in DHA and EPA, which are two types of omega-3 that reduce brain inflammation and, believe it or not, stimulate the birth of new neurons. Yes, you heard that right. New neurons can be born even after 60. A study from Columbia University showed that elderly people who eat salmon twice a week have 60% less risk of developing Alzheimer's. 60%. That's more effective than many medications out there. The second food is sardines. Small, cheap, and incredibly powerful. In addition to all the omega-3, sardines bring vitamin B12, which is essential for the myelin sheath of neurons, that protective layer that ensures fast communication between brain cells. And there's more. They're also rich in selenium, a mineral that protects your brain against free radicals. They can be canned, fresh, or baked. They all work. Do you already eat sardines regularly? If not, it's time to start. The third food is tuna, whether fresh or canned. Tuna is a super concentrated source of DHA. Just 100 grams provide more than 1,000 milligrams of omega-3, which is practically half of your weekly requirement. But attention, avoid tuna in vegetable oil because these oils compete with omega-3 and cause inflammation. Always prefer tuna in water or extra virgin olive oil. The fourth food is oysters. They are the absolute champions when it comes to zinc, a mineral that dramatically improves communication between neurons and short-term memory. You know when you walk into a room and forget why you went there? Zinc helps exactly with that. Just 6 oysters cover an adult's weekly zinc requirement. Impressive, isn't it? And the fifth group is sea vegetables like nori, wakame, and spirulina. Used for millennia in Asia, these algae are plant sources of DHA and also iodine, which regulates the thyroid. And why does this matter? Because when the thyroid is slow, you get that feeling of brain fog, constant confusion. Seaweed helps regulate this naturally. Now you must be thinking, but doctor, how am I going to include all this in my routine without complicating? Don't worry. You don't need to become Japanese and you don't need to eat fish every day. Science shows that just 3 weekly servings are enough for significant results. Look how simple it is. On Monday, you can make baked sardines with lemon and rosemary, which are ready in 15 minutes in the oven. On Wednesday, prepare canned tuna with a fresh green salad and a drizzle of olive oil. And on Saturday, how about grilled salmon with vegetables or a nice fish soup? 3 times a week, that's it. If you don't really like fish, start with the ones that have a milder flavor, like tuna, tilapia, or cod. Your palate will adapt in about 2 weeks, I guarantee. But there's an important detail I need to tell you. It's no use adding omega-3 to your diet if you maintain an inflammatory routine at the same time. So I'm going to be very direct with you about what needs to be reduced or eliminated. First, fried foods and refined vegetable oils like soybean oil, corn, and canola. These oils compete directly with omega-3 and increase inflammation throughout the body, especially in the brain. Second, sugar and white flour. They cause glucose spikes that gradually damage brain vessels. And third, processed meats and ultra-processed foods in general, which are rich in sodium, preservatives, and trans fats. The right combination is simple. More fish, less inflammation. Can you do that? Now let me show you what happens when you follow this guidance for 90 days. There are clinical studies that followed people consuming omega-3 from marine sources for 12 weeks, and the results are impressive. Mental processing speed improves by up to 30%. Imagine being able to think, reason, and make decisions 30% faster than today. Working memory, the one for remembering names, numbers, and daily tasks, recovers remarkably. Sleep quality improves significantly because DHA regulates the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. And there's more. Mood stabilizes because omega-3 reduces symptoms of mild depression and anxiety. In other words, in just 3 months, you can feel lucid, present, confident, and in good spirits again. Isn't that what you want? But do you know why you don't see this information being widely publicized? I'll be honest with you. Because fish doesn't sell medicine. The pharmaceutical industry makes billions with low-quality omega-3 supplements and memory medications that, at best, only slow down the decline but don't regenerate any. Real food regenerates. It's always been this way in human history. But this requires you to take control of your own health, to make conscious choices about what you put on your plate. And many people aren't willing to do that. They prefer the easy solution of a pill. As a specialist physician with more than 25 years of clinical practice and based on more than 200 scientific studies I've reviewed on the subject, I can say with complete certainty, no supplement replaces the power of whole marine foods. You know why? Because the DHA in salmon, for example, comes accompanied by high-quality proteins, vitamins, and minerals that work in synergy, working together. That's how nature works. That's how your body was designed to receive nutrients. When you take an isolated supplement, you lose all that synergy, all that natural intelligence. If you're over 60, or if you know someone who is, start today. Don't wait for a dementia diagnosis. Don't wait to forget your grandchild's name or get lost on your way home. Prevention is cheap. It's delicious, and it's completely within your reach. Every time you choose what to put on your plate, you're choosing how your brain will function for the next 10, 20, 30 years. It's a powerful decision you make 3 times a day, every day. Stay with me on this journey of health and lucidity. The difference between a plate with fish and one without fish can be exactly the difference between aging with mental clarity or with confusion. And you deserve to have clarity. You deserve to enjoy your grandchildren, your travels, your hobbies, your memories. You deserve to fully live every moment you still have ahead. So I'm going to make you a practical invitation right now. The next time you go to the market, the supermarket, or the farmer's market, stop by the seafood section. Choose a can of sardines, a salmon fillet, or tuna. Take it home. Prepare it with care. Season it the way you like it. And then, over the next few weeks, carefully observe how your mind responds. Notice if you're more attentive, more present in conversations, if you're remembering things better. Your brain was just waiting for the right fuel to get back to functioning at maximum potential. And if you enjoyed this content and want to continue taking care of your health naturally and based on science, leave in the comments what your biggest discovery was in this video. Also, tell me if you already consume fish regularly or if you're going to start now. I read all the comments and I love knowing how you're applying this information in real life. If this video can help someone you know, a family member, a friend, share it with that person. Quality information needs to circulate, needs to reach those who really need it. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe now and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next videos, because every week I bring new content about health, longevity, and quality of life based on real science, not fads. We're in this together for your health. A warm hug and see you in the next video.